there are only a handful of programs that are directly acoustics engineering. And there would be a benefit to us if more programs would pick that up as an opportunity. It's not that we would need the mechanical engineers any less or the structural engineers any less, but in the mix it would be nice to have people who can dig even deeper into the technical topics of acoustics. And there are just not that many programs that allow one to specialize directly that way. So I think that after a multidisciplinary approach, we would go after a specific acoustics curriculum that would allow people to get even further than in the understanding of the background and the physical science that underpins our work. Would be really helpful. The other component that's really hard to draw in is the human perception. There are a handful of labs around the country that really dive into human response, human perception at a level that relates sometimes to the whichever pathway. It's either through touch or through hearing or through sight or through combinations. But a focus on what we're hearing and what's meaningful about what we're hearing is really valuable. And currently the human perception or psychoacoustics and oral acoustics, in other words, hearing science, are almost fully siloed away from engineering. So it happens more on the medical side and doesn't cross over. And so the students that come out of the psychoacoustics, medical, hearing practice have very little connection to the engineering side of our work. And that missing link makes it hard to bring them over. It puts them too far away from the work that we need to do on a daily basis to tap into their skills for the refinement it could provide us if we had a little bit better link across those boundaries. I mean, I sit on a board or sat, it just went off the term last time, for the Knowles Foundation at the at Northwestern. And it's part of the Hearing Sciences group. And then I also sit on the advisory council for University of Nebraska at Omaha in the architectural engineering group, and they have an acoustics component to it. And I watch the conversations that happen in both places and say, oh, you need to talk to the people down in Nebraska, and vice versa, because they just are unfortunately unaware of the really exciting things that are going on with each other, and there's no place for them to cross over. The conferences are completely different, the education that supports it is completely diverse, and so they just don't connect. And need to, at least within our world, there need to be those connections somewhere. One thing that's helping is that Nebraska has the Boys Town Hearing Institute as well. And so we're able to fund some very small seed funding for some research at Nebraska in architectural acoustics that they're able to use at Boys Town, and that's starting to create a relationship that will really get somewhere. And so there may be every city has a hearing population or hearing health population that needs attention, where those resources might be available, and linking them together could be really valuable.